Hi, this is Mr. K's, and this is 17.3b. 17.3b. We're finishing up some of the problems we see during the Renaissance, especially with the Reformation. Well, the Reformation continues here in England with Henry VIII, a very devout Roman Catholic, who's going to give up his Catholicism to keep civil war from happening. How does that happen? Well, Henry VIII wanted an annulment. An annulment means it's almost like a divorce. An annulment means to make the marriage like it never happened. See the word null? Null means not or zero. Null, nil. He's asking the church to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon because he wanted a male heir to the throne. Catherine had given him a daughter, Mary, Queen of Scots, but she's 40-some years old. He's in his 50s. It wasn't likely that he would ever have a son with her, so he wants to put her away. Well, the Pope listened to him but refused to grant it because he feared angering Catherine's nephew, who happened to be the Holy Roman Emperor Charles V. And it seemed like a pretty cheesy reason to get rid of the marriage, so he said, Henry, we're not going to do it. So in 1529, Henry VIII called Parliament into session and asked it to pass laws ending the Pope's power in England. They're breaking away from the church. He's going to declare himself the head of the church in England, and he'll be able to grant himself a divorce. In 1533, Henry secretly married Anne Boleyn, A-N-N-E, capital B-O-L-E-Y-N. Now, she's a noblewoman, and she promptly gives him a child, a daughter, Elizabeth I, but no son. So his break with the Pope was made complete when Parliament voted for the Act of Supremacy, S-U-P-R-E-M-A-C-Y, in which the king, not the Pope, is head of the Church of England. So Henry got his divorce. Unfortunately, he still doesn't have a son. And so the consequences of Henry's changes. As head of the church, of England, Henry proceeded to close the monasteries. Hey, if I'm going to cheese off the church, I might as well go all the way. He proceeded to close Roman Catholic monasteries. He seizes their wealth. He even takes the tin off of the roofs of the monasteries and melts them down. So if you see a Roman Catholic church way back from olden times, Renaissance times, they don't have roofs anymore. The fate of Anne Boleyn. Well, she is imprisoned in the Tower of London and beheaded. Now, why is that? Well, it's because she does not give him a son. And under the trumped-up charge that she's been playing around on him, he puts her away, and he's free to marry. He actually is going to marry a couple more times. He marries a total of 6 times. He does have 3 children, 2 daughters, Mary and Elizabeth, and he finally gets his son, Edward. But when Henry dies, Edward takes the throne, and Edward is a sickly child, and he promptly dies after a very short time on the throne. So, booyah, Henry, your plans kind of go down the drain. Elizabeth is going to restore Protestantism. Now, she becomes queen in 1558, and she is going to restore Protestantism. She puts away her half-sister Mary in the Tower of London because Mary has been killing Protestants. Well, Mary gets beheaded in the Tower of London, and Elizabeth sets up the Anglican Church, A-N-G-L-I-C-A-N, the Anglican Church, and proclaims it to be the only legal church of England. It's going to be a church that's going to satisfy Catholics and Protestants alike. Now, while Elizabeth while restoring religious peace to England, she is going to face an invasion from Catholic Spain. Why? Well, 1588, Philip II, the Catholic king from Spain, is planning to attack England as a payback for breaking away from the Roman Catholic Church. Philip thought that he was the defender of Catholicism, so while a weak and frail woman is on the throne, why not? So he sends his navy, the Spanish Armada, to go northward. And the result is disastrous. The Spanish fleet is scuttled. That means it's sunk. With bad weather, a storm hits it, and the English navy power. They're able to destroy the Spanish Armada. Well, what's the result of that? The result is England is going to rule the waves for the next 400 years or so, almost 400 years. And it allows England to go over to the North America and start colonies without fear of Spain sinking its ships. Well, that's the end of 17.3b. This is Mr. K.